Hi, welcome to Intro to Computer Programming. This is our first semester of putting this class live. Yay! Online, I guess. It's always live if you're seated, but I guess this is the first time it's going to be online, so live online. Anyway, so this is also the first series of videos I've made for this class, and I have never had the courage to put my own mugshot on the video at the same time, so I'm going to have to try and get over. Ever been self-conscious about things? Anyway, so that being said, welcome to the class. This is an introduction to the overall view of where to go and how to find things and what's expected and so forth. So let's start rolling. Ooh, that's a filming pun. Anyway, let's move ahead. This is our home page. That's why it's titled Home. If you're on your phone, you're not going to see the home page. You're just going to see some menu items on the left-hand side. So it's important that you see the desktop version so you know what other resources are available to you. So from here, you'll find a lot of information that's pertinent to the page or to the class. Things like, well, here's me. This is my information. My name is Kirsten Markley. You may call me Kirsten. That's perfectly fine. I prefer not being called Hey. I kind of think that's unprofessional, but I like Kirsten, Mrs. Markley, whatever you feel more comfortable with, I'm fine with. This is my office phone. You can find me there. You can call me there. This is my OTC email address. Here, I would much prefer, however, that you utilize the inbox that's provided through Canvas. So if you can click on this icon and or the inbox is here, I'll get this email much faster and it's going to be filtered. Oops. I guess I'm in student view, so I can't see it. But in here is where you'd find your classes, and then you can click on a drop-down box that says the teachers in your class, or you can also get to other students in the class. I prefer using this because it's filtered. I get so many emails in a day that this is a way to filter out just the students' emails, so I'll be able to find you much faster. And speaking of emails, I'm going to point out, do I have that on here? Probably not. But I do want you to know that I will try to, we'll deal with that in the syllabus. Let's see, what else do we have? So this is my office. I'm in NKM, Norman K. Myers building. That is on the Springfield campus. You will find me there in my office hours, which are posted here. I appreciate that you're online, so it might not be easy to get into class. So during that time, I will be on our chat. So we have a chat module here. Let's see if it's available to me because I'm in student view. I'm not sure. But in chat mode, you'll find me online during those times. So nobody's here, just me. That's very strange. So if you want to find me here, you can certainly chat with me here. You can also chat with me. I have a slow internet connection here. You can chat with me if you are on Facebook. There is a Facebook group page that you can join. It's just OTC students, CIS students, so if you want to join our group there, click here. And if you want to instant message me, that's another way to reach me. So there's lots of ways to get in touch with me. I also understand, and here's this paragraph that addresses what I'm about to say. It's hard when you're online because you feel like you're out there in Nowheresville, and it's hard to find anybody to talk to when you're stuck and reach out and that kind of a thing. It's really important to me that you feel like you can reach out to me. So I will try and set up some online study sessions. So if there might be a time where you want to chat with me, we can share screens, we can talk individually. Maybe we'll set up a group study session, go over material that you might not understand and that kind of a thing. So I don't have specific time set yet, but I'll try to do it once a week so that way you have a resource. That being said, all of assignments are due on Tuesday night at by 11:59 p.m., which means that gives us for sure Monday on the chat. If you want to chat with me between 4:30 and 5:30, that is a way to reach me before assignments are due. Also Monday morning before assignments are due. So you have lots of ways to get help, so don't wait to the very last minute to reach out if you don't understand material. It's hard to do things online, so it's important that you know that you have resources and places. I don't like looking at myself with glasses on. Okay, so I'm not looking there. All right, so let's see what else, resources. We also have this meeting place, which is a discussion board. So in the meeting place, you can come here. This is also listed here in discussions. So in our discussion area under meeting place, this is a place you can go to post questions. Most likely other students will get to it faster than I will. If you want to get to me faster, again, use this inbox or some of the other things I just pointed out to you. But this is another place that you can post questions, and hopefully other students can maybe have experienced the same question or can answer your question or what have you. So this is another place that you can go for resources, for help. Of course, we have the tutoring center at OTC Springfield campus. That's an option for you as well. This is some of the software that we'll be using in this class. Your first assignment will be talking about the Python download, so I'll let that assignment take care of that. Course announcements are, you should already have gotten an email from me with a Welcome to CIS 120. Course announcements, this is the place where I will be, this is announcements, where I will be posting, hey, on Tuesday we're going to have an online session, so if you want to join, that's the place where you'll get that kind of information. It'll give you a link to how to join the conference or the online session. Also, so announcements are in this tab, but the most recent announcements are always on top of the home page as well. So those are different places that you can go. So an announcement will either get sent to you by email, you'll see it here on the home page at the top of the screen, or if you click on announcements, all of the announcements that were made will shuffle their way on a list here. So pay attention to announcements. If you have them turned off, you won't get any email. So if that's the case, make sure you check back here regularly so you don't miss out on activities or things or important information, or maybe I might post some things that people have questions on or that kind of a thing. So that's that. Here are some important dates to remember that are coming up. The proctored exam is our exam 2, and that'll be, there it is, October 9th through October 14th, and I'll address that in just a second. If you click on this link that says syllabus and schedule, that is also the same place as the syllabus tab here, so either of those links will bring you to, slow internet, to this page. So here you'll see syllabus. This is the kind of your guidelines to the class, things that you can expect, policies, that kind of a thing. I'm going to go over a few just to make sure that I've highlighted them so that you're aware of them. So you can download this obviously, but the things that I want to make sure I bring to your attention, again, here's the information about the class. This is an online class. Your proctored exam again is October 9th through the 14th, and we'll look at that in a second. Here are the books that are required. We will be using both the books. The Prelude to Programming book is the book that talks about the fundamentals, it talks about the concepts, and then we're going to be using the Python programming language. So this book is a reference material for that. More on that in your first week's assignments. So I'm going to cruise through that, but everybody wants to know, do we have to have both books? And yes, you're going to have both books. And will we use both books if I pick? Yes, you will. We will use both books. Okay, so moving on down, you can read through all this. I'm just again pointing out some of the things that are immediately important. The way that you're graded here in this class, you can always find your grades listed, and it's not listed here at the moment, but you'll see a tab here that says grades, and that's where you'll get grades. You can not only get what your assignment is, but also I will try and create video feedback. So make sure you click on the video link, which will take you to a video that will help walk through some of your code or give you some ideas on what you could have improved on or what you did awesomely, hopefully more awesomely than what, but that's how we learn, is improving on things. So that's where we get our grades. I use a weighted scale, which means that it's not just pure points earned divided by pure points gained. Homework, quizzes, it says in class, but okay. So your homework and quizzes primarily are worth 10% of your grade. So what that means to you is if you don't do any of your homework, then for sure you at least won't get an A, because that gets 10% of your grade is gone. Mostly I'm concerned about doing projects. So throughout the course I'll be giving you projects that I'll give you a problem and ask you to code it based on Python language and some of the concepts that we've learned up to that point. So the programming projects to me are worth a huge part of your grade. Of course, there's exams along the way, and then your final project and final exam together are worth 25% of your grade. All your assignments are uploadable into Canvas by Tuesday, so all of our assignments will be Tuesday evening. I do not promise that I will be available on Saturdays or Sundays, because those are my days off. And so therefore I didn't think it was fair to have things due on a Sunday night, which most online classes are. So that gives us Monday and Tuesday to get feedback if you need it. So for the most part, all your assignments will be due the following week. They're usually assigned by Tuesday morning, maybe Wednesday morning, and then they're due the following Tuesday. I do not accept late assignments. Won't do it unless you call me ahead of time or email me ahead of time and we work out an arrangement because of extenuating circumstances. I can assure you that if you are working hard in the class and I can see that an effort's being made, I will do what I can to support late assignments. But if you are a student that doesn't turn work in and I don't hear from very often, and then you kind of call me at the last minute and say, oh shucks, I'm not going to be able to get this assignment, can I get a free pass? The answer will most likely be no. So I will make accommodations for late assignments if there's a legitimate reason and I can see that you're working hard in the class and just kind of experienced some difficult times. So it's very important to communicate with me. That's all I'm asking. Okay? Please don't email me any assignments. All the assignments should be uploaded in Canvas. If you email it to me, it will not be considered turned in. So make sure you turn things in through Canvas. And there's attendance in an online class. If you've not taken an online class before, attendance is taken, and the way that it's taken is by your submission of assignments. In other words, if you just sign in and look at your assignments and then sign out, log out, that doesn't count as attending the class. And therefore, the administrative withdrawal policy says that if you do not turn in any work, basically, or do any of the assignments within the 14-day period, I will withdraw you from the class. So please don't put yourself in that position. Let's see, that's administrative withdrawal. This is all the no fun stuff, but we have to get it out of the way so you know how things stand, and that way we can have more fun and get this hardcore stuff out of the way. Proctoring requirements. So anytime you are in an online class, you are required to take a proctoring event. And what that means is that you will take an exam. It's going to be our exam 2. And you will come into the testing centers at any of the OTC campuses. And you have to take it between October 9th and October 14th, which is a Monday through a Saturday. And those dates are set because those are the only dates that the tutoring centers are open. They're not open on Sundays. So I tried to give you the full week that I could. And let's see, what else was I going to say about that? If you can't come into the proctoring center, there are other arrangements that can be made. So you'll want to make sure that you click on in your syllabus the OTC testing services, and you can learn other options for you, such as proctoring you, or there's other accommodations that can be made. So if that falls into your category, be sure and let me know, and so we can work things out ahead of time. Let's see, as far as emails, I already told you that I prefer using this inbox as opposed to you emailing me at my OTC EDU address, because you'll get to me much quicker. I will commit to getting back to you within 24 hours because I know how hard it is being out there in an online world and needing help and not getting help or responsive. You kind of feel like you're lost in la la land. So I will try to respond within 24 hours as long as it's a work or business day. Don't count on me for the weekends or school holidays. Doesn't mean you won't hear from me, but just don't count on it. And then you'll hear from me the following business day for sure. If you don't, this is really, really important. If you don't hear from me within that agreed upon time period, so you said to me something to me on Tuesday and you still haven't heard back and it's Friday and you're thinking, oh, she's ignoring me, she hates me, don't make that assumption. What I'm asking you to think about instead is the fact that I get inundated with emails, and I might unintentionally have overlooked your email thinking, oh, I need to look something up to get back to that person, or I need to pull their file, or I don't have time to look at it now and I'll look at it later, and I forget. Sometimes I forget. I apologize. It's not intentional. So if your email hasn't been responded to within that agreed upon time period, feel free to politely, you don't have to be mean, politely drop me an email and say, hey, haven't heard, have you, could you please look at that or whatever, and give me a nice little nudge, and I'll be happy to, and most likely very grateful that you politely nudged me to make sure I get your response, because it is not my intention to leave you dangling out there in a Blackville world land or whatever it feels like out there, and I'm sure, and I know it feels that way. Let's see. This is a big one for me, academic integrity. I don't take plagiarism lightly. Everybody writes code in a very different way, and so if you copy someone's code, I can tell you for sure that I will be able to determine that, because everybody's code is very specific and unique to them, just like a writing style. So it's okay to go out and Google. It's okay to work with each other. Maybe you're working with